flag with 5 laps to go. Jamie McMurray the leader, Jeff Gordon, Jimmy Johnson. And in the 2 transfer spots, Brad Keselowski goes to the bottom with Tony Stewart.
I just don't think Brad Keselowski needs to worry about Tony Stewart. Brad needs to worry about getting back in line. The car Brad Keselowski better worry about is that white number 36 car, because that would be the battle for the transfer spot with 4.5 laps to go. There comes Riggs up the back straightaway as we got a battle for the lead. The 2 teammates from Hendrick up the back straightaway.
Well, we got the grass. 16 car off the track.
Greg Biffle.
And back on.
He picked up right where he left off last Saturday night.
David Reagan got crashed on that last caution. He got turned around by Kirk Shelmerdine. 4 to go this time.
Pretty comforting little situation right here with the 3 team. Well, not Tony Stewart. I can't really call him a teammate, but here comes Tony, and you can see that if he was a teammate, he'd probably stay right where he was.
But now Riggs is up to 5th. He's in a transfer spot. Joe Nemechek, the 87, is 4 spots behind him. There he is on the high side in blue, trying to get close enough to make the 500.
I got to tell you, that 36 car of Riggs he's putting on a show. That's a guy that's got to get in this race, and he's doing everything right. Whoops.
There you see Jeff Gordon in that 24 car getting a little bump from Casey Kane in the 9.
Not both.
You know what? I just love the way these guys can pass. You know, you're not stuck behind a guy. You can get a run on him, make a pass. Jeff Gordon just drove underneath of Tony Stewart's 14 car to get back in the lead.
Is Jeff Gordon in the wrong spot in the lead?
Boy, look at Eric Almirola in that 8 car. He's getting kicked all over the place. There goes Stewart to the inside. Almirola's going to go with him in the 8. He'll take the lead.
Yes, Stewart answered my question. Now, is Tony Stewart in the wrong spot because we're coming down to 2 to go?
Yes, I tell you, it just depends on how hungry you are, I guess.
The best right now.
2 laps to go at the line.
2 on the 24.
You got to believe that with Joey Logano up there, who do you think he might go with?
I'm going to tell you what, I am so impressed with Joey Logano. 18 years old, driving a 20 car. He goes to 2nd place. He has had such a rough week, and look at him right here.
Right side of your screen, Nemechek.
To go for it.
Well, Darrell, they're coming to the white flag this time. He's got to sum up where he can make that move on that 24 car.
And I believe Logano would be more than happy to go with him if he decides to make the run. I'm sure Tony's in there giving him hand signals. Stick with me, kid, and I'll show you how to win this race.
Just remember, Tony Stewart drove that 20 car for 10 years for Joe Gibbs Racing, and now he's looking at it in his rearview mirror.
Nemechek right behind Riggs as they cross the line.
Here we go.
Transfer spot.
Here we go. They got a little run. I tell you, they got back just enough. I believe they can do it. If Logano could get up there, but he's back just far enough that keeps Tony from getting that good run.
No help.
No help. No help.
Gordon will have to protect the bottom. Logano gets kicked to the outside.
09 coming to you.
Almirola coming for 3rd. Jeff Gordon trying to hang on for the lead and the win.
Jeff Gordon's got this under control. He'll win this thing. Tony Stewart's going to run 2nd again.
And who's going to make the show? Gordon wins it, and Riggs is in.
Into with Tommy Baldwin, and he's into Daytona.
So Gordon wins the race. His first checkered flag since October of '07 in NASCAR. Into the field on speed. We'll double check that.
I knew Jeff was going to have a good year. When they added all those flames on the side of that car, I said that car is going to be bad to the bone this year.
You mentioned it, Mike. He's not seen victory lane since Lowe's Motor Speedway, October of 2007.
And guess who's going to be over there with him? His little girl.
She gets to go to victory lane.
A full range of emotions in Gatorade Duel #1. Like a Valentine, it's signed, sealed, and delivered. 3 grown men are jumping for joy. The 2 who are in, one who didn't even have to race, will explain that, and the one who is celebrating in victory lane. Dick Berggren is with our race winner.
Well, oh.
Well, congratulations. You have won a lot of races. How big was this win after not winning for more than a year?
Man, that's what I'm talking about starting off 2009. Who says we can't win? I'm so fired up about this year and this new DuPont Chevrolet. you know, just the way it looks, the way it feels, the whole team has got the same attitude on board with them this year, and I'm really excited about the Daytona 500 after that race. What a great race between me and Stuart and Jimmy and Jamie and oh man, all those guys were just putting on one heck of a race and wheeling. And I got to say thanks to Pepsi, National Guard. Pepsi's got a really cool promotion right now. You pick the top 12 in this Daytona 500 coming up, you're going to win the actual purse that we win. So it's very cool. And all of our sponsors, we just can't thank them enough. It's been a while since I've been to Victory Lane. I got to take advantage of it. I hope I'm here a lot more than this.
What has done so much for you that's made this run so strong?
Well, you know, I mean, this team has just never wavered, never given up. You know, Steve Letarte, he's an awesome leader. We showed it in 2007. We got off last year. And you know what? We're determined to get it done this year. And it's just Hendrick Motorsports, all of our sponsors, you know, all the fans are just inspiring us to get it done out here. I have not seen two better races than last Saturday night and today's race, you know, in a long time here at Daytona. So I can't wait for Sunday.
Congratulations to you, Jeff.
Well, with Scott Riggs, driver for Tommy Baldwin Racing.
Absolutely is. It's question marks for Joe Nemechek, exclamation points for Scott Riggs and Jeff Gordon. And Jeff Hammond, let's take a look at our DirecTV hot pass of the race.
Yeah, we're sitting there taking a look at Jeff Gordon right there. He gets a good strong run and dives to the inside right there under the 14. And again, the rest of it is pretty much history right there as far as Jeff Gordon was concerned. Once that guy who knows how to get to victory lane got out front, he definitely was able to hold off the rest of them, and you can see how excited he is to be back in victory lane.
Absolutely, and I don't know if I've ever seen a more beautiful trophy than little Ella Sophia. Second duel still coming up. You're watching the Gatorade Duel on Speed. The racetrack has cooled down, the temperature about 15 degrees cooler, but Jeff Gordon's season already heating up. More from the Gatorade Duel right after this.
First of all, to the surprise of many, and I'll be one of them, the leader on the white flag lap, Darrell, Jeff Gordon, did not get passed on the way to the checkered flag.
No, he didn't, but I tell you what he's most happy about. I think that may be the first time that Ella's been in the pit, in victory circle with him. I know the look of a proud papa. And yeah, he won that race, and it's the first time he'd won in like 40-some races. But what he was really happy about was his little girl got to be in victory circle with him, and she'll never forget that.
Yeah. Tony Stewart almost got to Jeff Gordon, but not quite. Boy, that's a great hug. That's a
Too early, but listen, Joey Logano, good job today. And there he is, Jeff Gordon, with his black SS Navigator today, navigating himself to victory lane.
You know, the last time Jeff Gordon was in victory lane, you have to go all the way back to the Charlotte race in October of 2007. Winless last year, but already with the victory. He told us that, hey, it is a non-points event, but nonetheless, a win is a win is a win in the Sprint Cup series. And Jeff Gordon was finished ahead of Tony Stewart and Jimmy Johnson, Joey Logano. And the fifth time in his career, Jeff Gordon is driving into Daytona's victory lane after one of these Gatorade Duel races. And Jeff, after an absence from victory lane that I know was a little bit longer than you planned, this win must be really sweet and a great way to start the season.
No, this is an awesome way to start the season. You know, this is how we're going to get momentum and confidence built up in the team and sort of take a little bit of heat off. I know it's not an official, you know, points race or anything like that, but what a great way to get it started. It was an awesome race. The DuPont Chevrolet was really driving good. I think we showed that throughout, you know, the race and even in the Bud Shootout the other night. And I'm excited, man. I'm excited about this Daytona 500 and this whole season. That new paint scheme looks awesome, feels good, and we're having a lot of fun. Really proud of this team for hanging in there and being able to put that kind of effort out there today.
I had a good time watching you in victory lane on TV. Your daughter, Ella, I heard you say all over the loudspeakers that you haven't won a lot of races with your daughter. I mean, you got out of the car and you beelined it to your daughter.
Well, she's getting older now where she's starting to get excited about things. You know, we went to Disney World this week and just seeing that through her eyes. And I want her to be able to experience victory lane. And she probably, you know, I know she can't remember, you know, right now, or she won't. But, you know, I would love to be able to, and I love experiencing it with her and seeing Ingrid, my wife, how we all experience it as a family. I mean, I was just excited all around for so many reasons. You know, this team's worked hard. They've taken a lot of heat. The cars are well prepared. I know we've got cars in a team capable of winning. And, you know, I'm a dad now, and it just makes things a lot different, more exciting.
Now, Dave, Jeff Gordon is now in the top 5 all-time in wins when it comes to these dual races here at Daytona.
Oh, Jeff Gordon.
Jeff Gordon is just crashing.
I don't know what happened. Looks like Ernie got into somebody as he was trying to get his lap back. Our day of being competitive in this race is over.
Caution is out. Gordon's day may be over.
His third race here at the Texas Motor Speedway and third time that he's had a wreck.
He came on the radio and told Robbie Lewis in the 2014 something is coming apart in the motor. You can see him dip to the inside. The leaders pass by.
Pretty hard, guys.
Texas Motor Speedway, Gordon has not been able to win a race at, and that trend will continue.
Ready to race in Texas.
The green flag is out. Rudiman's Toyota down on the inside, flanked on the outside by Jeff Gordon's Chevy.
Jeff Gordon heads down the back straightaway. Jimmy Johnson is noticeably closing.
You don't seal the deal in one of these races until the white flag's out.
He is trying to hold on to grab his first win at Texas.
And Jimmy Johnson, I think, he is trying to wheel his car up there. It's going to be too little too late.
17 tries at Texas. 17 is the lucky number for Jeff Gordon.
Gordon wins for the first time at Texas Motor Speedway.
Jeffrey, I'm proud of you all day, man. You're behind us. He don't make it easy, does he?
Where'd he come from? How ironic is this that, you know, we go on this streak and we ended here in Texas, a place that had just eluded us for so long. Man, what an amazing day.
Jimmy runs a little higher, gets a lot of momentum, and really closes right there, but he isn't going to get there in time, although there is a couple of lap cars up here.
Kurt Busch has passed Jeff Burton. That's for the 8th position as we're on the final lap.
That 43 car is going to be right in Jeff Gordon's way. It's right where he likes to run. It's going to slow him down a little bit. I don't think Johnson's got enough speed. He's going to go high down here in 3 and 4, try to get a lot of momentum off of turn 4. It's going to be too little too late.
But he packed her down into turn 3 and 4. But like you say, it's just not going to be enough.
17 tries at Texas. 17 is the lucky number for Jeff Gordon. He finally wins in Texas.
Y'all better pat yourself on the back, boys. That's what we're talking about. That's the way to do it.
I'm anxious to see what kind of burnouts the old boy can do because he hadn't done any for a while.
No.
Jeff Gordon's celebrating. Big smiles from the moment he pulled into victory lane. He's got that checkered flag. Jeff Gordon, you've had close calls here. You've had hard knocks here. What does it feel like to pull into victory lane on your 17th attempt at Texas?
Well, first I want to say hi to Ingrid and Ella at home, and I know she was saying go Papa go all day long, and I hate that they couldn't come with me this weekend, but how ironic is this, and I love you guys, how ironic is this that, you know, we go on this streak and we end it here in Texas, a place that had just eluded us for so long. This was an incredible team effort. This whole year has been amazing, and what a great car. I mean, we've never had a car like this at Texas, and we finally had one and put it in position.
The call at first was for wedge, but Jeff Gordon doubted that call. He said, no, it's going to make me too loose early in the run, so it was track bar instead for Jeff Gordon. Steve.
4 tires with just 1 can of gas. This could be your trophy stop for Tony Stewart. Small air pressure adjustment to help his forward bite. He's away.
Jeff Gordon's going to win the race off pit road. Jimmy Johnson also got a good. So we are set for the run to the finish. The Texas Stampede, 28 laps to go. The restart, and we have just had our NASCAR Sprint Cup Mobile monster moment. The 24 team celebrates after their pit stop, gets Jeff Gordon out first. That was the imagery you saw as we went to break. There they are, justifiably proud of getting Jeff Gordon out first. But meanwhile, at the other end of pit road,
I like that.
Here is Carl Edwards in 11th place for this restart.
And with 26 laps to go, I just don't think you can get there.
I don't either. Not with that 24 up front and 2 guys that are after him right now, the 14 and the 48. They got fast cars too.
Carl Edwards trying to three-peat. The man on point, Jeff Gordon. trying to win for the first time in a point race in a year and a half.
Boy, Greg Biffle tried it on the high side. That 16 car had to get
everybody except the leader, that is, and he is long gone.
A 15 car.
Don't you know that's just got to aggravate everybody in the garage area the way they do that?
Absolutely. We saw the reaction of the crew after Jeff Gordon's pit stop.
Right there, talking about right there, yes.
That was Jeff Gordon's reaction.
Jeff Gordon knows when he's out front, he is hard to catch.
Well, he may be out front, but we got a battle for fourth between teammates of Matt Kenseth, Greg Biffle. Right now, they're bottled. Guys, we're 311 laps into this race. Jeff Gordon and teammate Jimmy Johnson just ran their fastest lap of this race.
Well, not only the fastest lap, but Jeff Gordon just put 3/10 on the field in that one lap.
And that lap Jeff Gordon ran, that was the fastest lap anybody's run in this race so far.
There's Tony Stewart still third. And it's a ways back to the Fords that are chasing him, about 2.5 seconds from Stewart back to Kenseth and Biffle.
And Mike, we still have almost 21 laps to go, but if things stay like they are right now, Jimmy Johnson would leave here second in points behind his teammate Jeff Gordon.
And we need to add Ryan Newman to the list of lead lap cars. He got the free pass on that.
I mean, right now, Jeff Gordon, he's pretty much about in his own zip code.
Pretty hard. You just stay nice and smooth, and you're going to get him.
Chad Knaus telling Jimmy Johnson he's seeing the same score monitor we're seeing.
Always the cheerleader.
Well, yes and no. He's not really cheerleading him. He's just encouraging him. He's giving him good, solid information that will make Jimmy go harder on his own without getting up on the pit box and jumping up and down. I just like the way Chad has such a great balance of how to get his driver motivated.
That's the word.
Motivated.
We've had the intimidator. Now we got the motivator.
That's right.
And it is Chad Knaus. 3 straight championships and getting that car into a position to win every week.
Well, Chad's sitting down there right now saying, hey, buddy, we fixed you up. Now go do your job.
There you are. Well, he's got 19 laps left to get it done. And 1.4 seconds is the difference. Jeff Gordon to Jimmy Johnson. And if you think Jimmy's just going to let Jeff win one because he hasn't in a while, never mind.
Don't work that way.
There you see Steve Letarte, Jeff Gordon's crew chief. We know that Tony Eury Jr., Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s crew chief, has taken a lot of ridicule. If there is another crew chief on pit road that's taken a lot of ridicule, it would be Steve Letarte, crew chief for Jeff Gordon.
Tony Jr. needs to go to that crew chief school that Letarte went to over the winter. And Larry, I just watched the 48 come off turn 4 that time. The car is a little bit sideways that time, like Jimmy is just using everything up right now. I don't think he's going to have enough to get to his teammate Jeff Gordon.
First car 1 lap down. Jeff Gordon 1.7 seconds ahead of teammate Jimmy Johnson.
And they just kind of even out each other. Jeff Gordon may run 1 lap a little quicker than Johnson. Johnson may run the next lap a little quicker than Gordon.
And let me correct, Hornish is the last car in the lead lap. Kyle Busch now the first car 1 lap back. Hornish is 17th.
Yeah, I think right now Jeff Gordon is sitting there and he's looking in front of him, but he's also just keeping that gap. He's looking in that mirror, keeping that gap between he and Jimmy Johnson pretty much the same, saving just a little bit in case he needs it here for a charge by Jimmy Johnson.
10 laps to go, 9 this time by. Jeff Gordon in his 17th start at Texas, looking for his first win here. Second week in a row that Gordon has started on the front row.
You know, we would have gone, when you went to Bristol, Martinsville, you say, yeah, Jeff Gordon will win one of those. When we came to Texas, you'd say, yeah, Jeff Gordon doesn't have a chance at Texas because he hadn't won there before. But here he is today looking good, Krista.
Well, Jeff Gordon is part driver, part psychologist. Before he came in on that last pit stop talking about the conditions of his car, he said it sure would have helped if we had gotten off pit road first the last time. You heard how excited he was. You saw the crew's reaction. He basically willed his team to give him the lead.
Yeah, great motivation from driver to crew. Jeff Gordon and Jimmy Johnson have finished 1-2 8 times in their career. Gordon has won 5 of those.
Look at these two cars. They look identical. When you watch, there's the 24 comes off turn 4. Right behind him is the 48. They got the same color numbers, pretty similar paint jobs. One got a black hood, one got a gray hood. But here's something I think we ought to think about, Larry. I've seen that 24 like a switch gets flipped every now and then.
We saw it earlier in the race.
We saw it earlier in the race, so he's not home free just yet.
Well, we've got 7 laps to go, but as I watch this 24 car close in on his first win since October of 2007, Jeff Gordon shared with us that over the last over the last 2 or 3 years, he's had some distractions. Now, we won't say they've been bad distractions. He got married. He became a father. He said it took him a while to find the balance of being a dad. He had some back problems. When we sat down with him a few weeks ago, there's no question. He's poised to win a championship, and there's no surprise to see him leading this race.
Gordon carrying the National Guard colors in that GED Plus program for folks to get a high school equivalency diploma through the National Guard.
Tell you, Max Pappas is not cutting him any favors. That really closed the gap considerably between Johnson and Gordon right there. And that time by, there was 3/10 difference in the leader back to Jimmy Johnson. I tell you, you don't seal the deal in one of these races until the white flag's out.
No, and that lead is now down to 0.8 of a second with 5 to go.
That slow traffic, that lap traffic really played havoc. Max Pappas didn't mean to get in the way, couldn't get out of the way.
Look at Gordon's car. It's starting to get a little loosey-goosey,
a little twitchy.
He's having to toss and catch it
now.
I tell you, they're going to be pretty dadgun close when they come here to get the white flag in a few more laps.
0.6 of a second.
Yeah, he reeled him in 3.5 on that lap right there. We got 4 laps to go.
Half a second.
He's going to be there. He has got him in sight. You get a little draft here, so you're going to get a little suck down that back straightaway. Steve Letarte knows it too. He's a little worried.
Since Jeff Gordon came to Sprint Cup racing, he's never gone 47 races without a win since 1993, and now it's half a second still.
But I think the good thing now is there's not a lot of traffic in their way. There's one more car up there, but I don't think they're going to catch it. And Jimmy Johnson, I think, he is trying to wheel his car up there because it's not handling as good as Jeff.
I think he has sucked everything out of it that's there. Jeff just gets off the corner so good. They're coming to 2 laps to go.
And Greg Biffle has caught Tony Stewart for 3rd as they come off turn number 4. There's that battle on the right side of your screen. Biffle coming hard, but he's going to run out of time to catch the leaders.
But I think Darrell's right. There's some fairly clean racetrack in front of Jeff Gordon in the 24 car. He gets that same good run off turn 2. Actually stretches it out just a little bit.
He's better off turn. Jeff Gordon's better off turn 2. But Jimmy Johnson is much better down here in 3 and 4. And they run a little bit different line down here. Jimmy runs a little higher, gets a lot of momentum, and really closes right there. But he isn't going to get there in time, although there is a couple of lap cars up here.
Kurt Busch has passed Jeff Burton. That's for the 8th position as we're on the final lap.
That 43 car is going to be right in Jeff Gordon's way. It's right where he likes to run. It's going to slow him down a little bit. I don't think Johnson's got enough speed. He's going to go high down here in 3 and 4. Try to get a lot of momentum off of turn 4. It's going to be too little too late.
But he packed her down into turn 3 and 4. But like you say, it's just not going to be enough.
17 tries at Texas. 17 is the lucky number for Jeff Gordon. He finally wins in Texas.
2 times 24. 40.
Pit crew, y'all better pat yourself on the back, boys. That's what we're talking about. That's the way to do it. Jeffrey, I'm proud of y'all day, man. You drove just a hell of a race.
Yes, he did.
Behind him, he don't make it easy, does he? Where'd he come from? You beat them boys in a place like this. You've done it. Proud of his team. Proud of all the work y'all put in. Y'all deserve it.
Not since October 2007 at Lowe's Motor Speedway has Jeff Gordon had a chance to drive to victory lane in a NASCAR Sprint Cup point race. It's his first victory in his last 48 starts, his 14th win on a 1.5 mile track. And he remains 6th on the all-time list in wins, one back of 5th place with his 82nd career victory.
Cale Yarborough just ahead of him now.
It's the 176th Sprint Cup win for car owner Rick Hendrick.
But I'm going to tell you what, I think Steve Letarte and Jeff Gordon towed the tail. That race was partially won right there on pit road. That's his 10th win with crew chief Steve Letarte.
I'm anxious to see what kind of burnouts the old boy can do because he hadn't done any for a while.
No. In fact, Didn't he kind of used to be anti-burnout?
Yeah, he used to wouldn't do this. He thought it was
he's been saving this one up for a long time.
He thought it was mere child's play, but I think children like to play when they're having fun.
And I am sure she probably is present, but remember, Ella Sophia, his baby, has not been to victory lane in a points race, only at Daytona in a qualifying race.
She better be here.
You've been to that movie before.
I have,
Well, you know, everything's bigger in Texas. Big Daddy is going to victory lane.
Big Daddy. He's the man.
Yes, you guys got me a win in Texas. I love you. Woo!
Jeff Gordon with Steve Letarte as crew chief cheering him on. Gordon said, Texas, one of those places on my radar. I want to turn things around and conquer it, and he did today. Welcome to the Lipitor post-race show and NASCAR on Fox as we come to you live from the Great American Speedway. And Jeff Gordon in victory lane, a feeling he hasn't had in a while, Steve Burns.
All smiles down here, Chris Myers. Jeff Gordon celebrating. Big smiles from the moment he pulled into victory lane. He's got that checkered flag. Jeff Gordon, you've had close calls here. You've had hard knocks here. What does it feel like to pull into victory lane on your 17th attempt at Texas?
Well, first I want to say hi to Ingrid and Ella at home, and I know she's saying Papa, go all day long, and I hate that they couldn't come with me this weekend, but how ironic is this, and I love you guys, how ironic is this that, you know, we go on this streak and we end it here in Texas, a place that had just eluded us for so long. This was an incredible team effort. This whole year has been amazing, and what a great car. I mean, we've never had a car like this at Texas, and we finally had one and put it in position. I got to thank DuPont. I got to thank National Guard, GED Plus, a great program that they have on board this weekend. And, of course, Pepsi, Quaker State, and I don't want to miss anybody else. Yeah,
It's been a while since you've been here, 47 races.
Too I want to make sure I don't miss anybody. Siemens, Freightliner, Bosch, Pure Later. I got to say hi to Rick. I don't think Rick's here, and I got you those 6-shooters, buddy. I got you those 6-shooters there, buddy.
Is that Rick?
Hey, boss. I lost him. We lost him. We lost him. I don't know what happened.
Jeff, you talked about a great race car. What was the key to winning this race?
Well, you know, we had to tune on it. I mean, we took off there. We were fast at the beginning, and I got the lead, got some bonus points, but it was really loose, and we started fading. And we made an adjustment. We went too far. I mean, Steve Letarte, I love this guy. He's a great crew chief, and he listens to me, and I was probably complaining too much, so he over-adjusted because of how I was talking, and we got tight. But, man, did he tune that thing back up, and the pit stops were amazing. This whole DuPont Chevrolet crew, National Guard, everybody, this has just been an incredible year that we're having. And how about my teammate, man? This guy just won't go away. I was like, where did he come from? It was unbelievable. It's so special to win here at Texas. I'm just thrilled. I can't wait to get home to Ingrid and Ella. And, man, what an amazing day it's been, and I'm just really thankful.
Enjoy the win, Jeff.
We will.
Right.
Let's go to Chris
Trying to get
Myers.
over to Rick Hedrick on the telephone there, and the top two finishers, as Mark Martin congratulates Jeff, 1-2, and are 1-2 in points. Jeff Gordon with the lead over Jimmy Johnson, his teammate who he referenced moments ago. Let's check in with Matt.
And congratulations, Jeff Gordon. He worked hard for this one.
All right, problem in the pits for Carl Edwards, leaving Jeff Gordon the opportunity to finish first, followed by Jimmy Johnson. And Carl Edwards had it, that caution with 31 laps to go. And Jeff put on his ascot for the occasion for Jeff Gordon's victory. Guys, your final thoughts?
Well, to really appreciate Jeff Gordon's win, you have to go back a year. He spun all by himself in this race last year and finished last. He's only finished last twice in his whole career, both at this racetrack. This was one he had to get. Today he did.
And let me ask you guys, how long ago, how many years ago, not that many years ago would it have been that when Jeff Gordon won, nobody'd be happy?
It was kind of old news.
Jeff Gordon wins today, and everybody's happy, including his wife and daughter at home. And
to Phoenix. Who knows what Jeff Hammond will have his Easter Bunny outfit. We'll have Jeff look ahead to Phoenix. We'll show you the final finishing order and the points when we continue live here in Texas. NASCAR on Fox, everything big in Texas, and a big win for Jeff Gordon. It had been 47 races. This guy's a 4-time NASCAR champ, but he wanted this one, his first career win at this track, so only Homestead, Miami, a place that he has not won of those current racetracks. It's been a lot. Jeff Gordon hangs on to win.
Well, the first thing is, this is a Texas tie. And, yes, I believe we're going to wind up having a great battle, especially going into Phoenix next week, where Jimmy Johnson won there a year ago. And here, Jeff Gordon, he has won in Phoenix, but he's got some momentum on his side right now, folks. Being the points leader, I think this guy, you got to watch out. He gets hot. He can stay hot for a while.
Jeff Gordon, the all-time leading money winner in NASCAR history, and he has the biggest points lead so far at this point of the season.
Really great day today, but he's a long way from being out of it.
Junior, who led for a while, misfired on occasion and wound up 20th, but Jeff Gordon celebrating for the first time. And he's got a cowboy hat. Did he take yours?
I was getting ready to say he can hit his target. Yes, he's got mine on. It looked good. We both named Jeff, so why not? Why would he be?
Jeff Gordon could see the wind. He figured it out. He and his crew chief made the adjustments.
Let the door open for that 17 car based on the way Matt kept running him down there. And Mark Martin's right up beside Kenseth going off into turn 3.
Tony Stewart's going to come out of this first lap in 6th.
Oh, Johnson. So that's one reason these guys are up on the wheel right now.
That and $1 million.
Well, yeah. Speaking of west, let's go west to Michigan International Speedway in June, where Sprint Cup tickets start at $40 and kids 12 and under are free.
Hey, Mike, real quickly, I want to congratulate my daughter, Jessica Lee Waltrip. She made the Dean's List at Belmont this semester, and she is so excited about it, and I just want to congratulate her. It was a cool deal.
Absolutely.
Little homeschool girl. That good.
Want to take a moment to send condolences to Dave Marcus and his family. The longtime Sprint Cup campaigner lost his father, Tony, at age 92 this week. Dave, just wanted to know we're thinking of you and your family.
Once again, we have that double file restart that really seems to make things exciting on these restarts.
It does, Larry, but it makes it exciting for all the right people.
Exactly.
You don't have a bunch of lap cars down under you, trying to get a lap back or a lucky dog or anything. You got people that are racing each other.
I love it.
I love it.
I wish with the free pass rule we have now that this is what we could have every single race.
We should. We say that. I think we say that every time we come over here, but it's the only time we use it.
Kyle Busch, Matt Kenseth, Jeff Gordon, Mark Martin, Kurt Busch, Tony Stewart. Those are the top half dozen. 5 laps to go. Excuse me, 15 to go in this segment. 15 to go.
15 to go. Boy, Matt didn't get much of a restart there.
And I think Jeff Gordon in that 24 car is going to take advantage.
Mark
came by. I think there may be possible experimental engine has went sour on him. But I'm going to tell you what.
Something just happened, Larry, to the 18.
Yeah, because look, here comes that 24 car all over the side. Jeff Gordon wants to lead to this thing.
Something's wrong with the 18. He just going down the back just then. Something happened. See if it's running clean or not. I think that's the engine we're listening to.
Forget about the top up here.
Just the RPM looks good.
Yeah, it looks. I don't know if he just lost it off at 2 or something all of a sudden just happened to that race car.
That is the first green flag lead change of the night, and Big Daddy Jeff Gordon has gone to the front in his DuPont Chevy.
Kenseth to the bottom. This is a battle for second. Meanwhile, Jeff Gordon pulling away with about 6 laps to go in this segment 3.
Yeah, Larry, I'm not sure what happened, but something happened to the 18 car, and all of a sudden Jeff Gordon just pounced on him and drove away. The 24 car, once he got out front, he picked up 5/10 of second place. Once he got out front.
Fix the tight in the center.
Well, Matt, what he needs to do is just try to hang on for another lap.
That's the biggest lead I've seen anybody have. Look at Jeff Gordon going down the back. He's got almost a length of the back straightaway over second place. Once he got out front, it was adios.
This will be the 6th segment win for Jeff Gordon, not including his 3 All-Star finale wins. Ka-ching, $125,000.
Oh, boy. Now we get down to the show for the dough.
Time for our second Catch the Cash. No,
Junior Johnson. Here's where he'd tell you, Darrell, you want to win $1 million or you want to win 200,000?
Didn't leave you many options, did it? And the other thing he'd say is, boy.
Just a moment ago, Jeff Gordon told Steve Letarte, I cannot be loose when I get on the gas when this last segment starts. Steve Letarte said 10-4, we got a plan.
And then just, you know, on the bump stops on Matt Kenseth, what that is, when the car travels, it's just some stops on the shock absorbers that lets it keep from traveling too much.
We're not as good as the 24.
And Matt, Jeff Gordon talking to guys on the crew here. He's a 3-time champion of this event. And Jeff, I heard you say when the caution came out, Steve Letarte, I can't be loose when this race restarts. How do you line him up here?
Well, we do have to make a few adjustments for this short run. We were really strong on the long runs. I mean, we got an awesome race car. We definitely have a DuPont Chevrolet that can win this race, and I'm really excited to be, you know, in it and be on the pole for this last segment. But it's going to be wild, man. You gotta be wide open for at least those first 2 or 3 laps, you know, or at least through one, and be able to really get after it early in order to, especially that 17 looks good early, 48's good early, a couple other cars, 18. So we're going to get after it. We'll see what happens.
Good luck.
Thank you.
All 4 makes represented in the top 5. 9.
It's the intermission of the NASCAR Sprint All-Star race at Lowe's Motor Speedway, and it's out of the race. And segment 3 belonged to Jeff Gordon. Jeff Gordon, the winner of segment number 3. That means he won $125,000. And more importantly, he is on the pole, and we only have 10 laps to go.